Listen, if you're actually serious about improving your life, you need to watch this video. Stop looking at the sidebar and actually full screen this video. There's one simple concept that a lot of people know of, but I very recently figured out how to actually exploit it. I was able to boost my progress in terms of money and productivity exponentially. This is only for the hardcore people though, who actually want to make a difference in their lives. So listen, your environment plays a major role in the way you approach your day-to-day life. You see, there's a saying, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend your time with. And I genuinely believe this to be true. If these 5 people that you spent your time with all had businesses, all made money and all worked out, don't you think you would be even slightly more successful than if you didn't have these friends? But it doesn't just stop there. Quite literally everything in our environment influences us. But even more now, the content we consume. And I'm talking about the videos you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, even the music you listen to impacts you. All of this almost brainwashes you to a certain degree without you even actively knowing, because it all feeds into your subconscious. Because of this, I kept watching a ton of videos from this guy called Jordan Welch. At the time, he made a bunch of dropshipping videos. You see, I used to be so amazed by the fact that you could just make money online without actually having to work a job. But I always thought to myself that I was just too young and too inexperienced. And because this guy was always in my environment, aka my phone, I was also kind of brainwashed by him into wanting to start my first dropshipping store to try to make some money like he did. But I was extremely scared of doing so because at the time, I was only 16 and I had no experience, and I wasn't even allowed to own a business at that young of an age until one of my friends actually pushed me into starting it years later. I seriously made thousands of dollars doing this dropshipping business model, but I would have made much more if I had just had this friend to push me to do it way back then. Now listen, don't be fooled. This can work in the opposite direction as well. Like when you're in a Discord call with all of your friends and they're all just playing video games together. When they tell you to get on, you'll obviously get on eventually as well. Now I want you to simply just think about your environment. Like, what content do you consume? Who are the people that you talk to on a regular basis? You probably watch some videos like this one. Other than that, there's not really anything else that pushes you in your environment. There probably isn't anyone you know that is pushing you right now to make you your first dollar, being more productive, and literally just transforming your life in general. So listen, to actually make fast progress, we need to align our environment with our goals as much as possible. Now, this is where it's going to start getting extreme. What if we just surrounded ourselves with people who pushed us, but instead of pushing us to do the bad habits, they actually pushed us to achieve our goals? Now, I wanted something like this, but finding people in the real world like this was actually kind of hard. You can't really just go up to someone and ask them if they wanted to get rich. To experiment with this, I joined a Discord server, and a few people were actually able to help me a lot. They pushed me to do the work that I needed to do and shared very valuable information with me that I still use to this day. Think about it. Information is literally all over the internet and free, but if it's the only thing you needed, then everyone would be rich. Now, since this Discord server doesn't really exist anymore, I wanted to create something very similar so that the people who were just like me could actually start being more successful in life. Now, with this in mind, I created a community where people who are just like you or even a bit more experienced can constantly help each other become better and achieve their goals. If you want to join something like this, you can click the first link in the description.